Ultimate travel hack? Think again. In 2025, carry-ons have become the new battleground for airlines to squeeze every last dollar out of you. What used to be a simple, stress-free way to travel has turned into a nightmare of surprise fees, gate-checking drama, and endless frustration. Airlines are no longer your travel buddy, they're your adversary. They've mastered the art of making you think you're saving money by avoiding checked luggage, only to hit you with sneaky carry-on charges and ridiculous size restrictions. And don't even get us started on the humiliation of having your bag forcibly gate-checked because the overhead bins are full. Spoiler alert, they're not. This video is your survival guide to the carry-on crisis. We're here to expose the traps airlines don't want you to know about and teach you how to pack smarter, dodge unnecessary stress, and actually enjoy your trip. From avoiding those sneaky fees to mastering the art of packing light, we'll show you how to outsmart the system and take back control of your travel experience. Don't let airlines play you. It's time to rethink everything you thought you knew about carry-on travel. Watch now and learn how to beat them at their own game. 1. The carry-on crisis. Think carry-on travel is the cure to bloated airline fees and lost luggage horrors? Welcome to 2025, where that assumption is dead wrong. Carry-ons used to be the savvy traveler's secret weapon. Now they're the latest cash cow for airlines and a source of endless misery for passengers. Airlines have turned what should be a simple travel solution into a web of hidden fees, lost control, and sheer chaos, none of which they'll warn you about when you book your ticket. This is the carry-on crisis stripped bare. Brace yourself as we dissect the traps, tactics, and utter absurdities of modern-day carry-on travel. 1. Hidden fees for carry-ons. Airlines have figured out an ingenious way to squeeze even more money out of passengers by charging exorbitant and often unexpected fees for carry-ons. Remember when a carry-on was a free perk? Now it's a gamble. Many budget airlines charge more for bringing a carry-on than for checking a bag. What's worse, these fees are usually hidden behind an enticing low ticket price. The flight looks affordable, maybe even too good to be true, because it is. Take this scenario. You book a cheap flight for $99.00. Great deal, right? Not so fast. When you check in, there it is, an unholy $65.00 fee for your carry-on. And that's if you're lucky enough to catch it online. Forget to prepay and you could face a jaw-dropping charge at the gate. By the end of the ordeal, that bargain flight cost as much as or more than one from a full-service airline. But the ripoff doesn't stop there. After shelling out extra cash to bring your bag on board, there's the infamous lack of overhead space excuse. You've paid for the privilege of carrying your bag onto the plane, but when boarding starts, a gate agent stops you in your tracks. Sorry, you'll have to gate check this, they say, often with a shrug. You're left watching your carefully packed carry-on disappear into the cargo hold alongside strollers, oversized suitcases, and who knows what else. The message from airlines is clear. You can pay more for a carry-on, but there's zero guarantee you'll actually carry it on. 2. Loss of control. Gate checking a carry-on isn't just an annoyance. It's a complete loss of control over your essential items. Let's be real. Your carry-on isn't just a bag. It likely holds valuables, medications, electronics, and other essentials you need easy access to. When that bag is snatched away at the gate, you're forced to say goodbye to your necessities and hello to a parade of potential disasters. Need to grab that prescription medication during the flight? Too bad. Hoping to use your laptop to get some work done? Better hope there's in-flight entertainment because your laptop is now in the bowels of the plane. Those travel essentials you packed in case of layovers or delays? Out of reach. And while checked luggage is subject to all sorts of abuse, your carry-on doesn't suddenly get a velvet glove treatment just because it's gate checked. Items frequently get damaged, lost, or delayed. Here's the kicker. Gate checking often happens with no notice. Boarding proceeds as usual until suddenly you're told there's no bin space left. No warning, no time to reorganize your belongings. Forced gate checking leaves you scrambling to grab important items before your bag is unceremoniously tagged and whisked away down the jet bridge. Sure, there's the occasional claim that gate checking speeds up boarding, but at what cost? Losing control of your essentials, along with the peace of mind they bring, is hardly worth shaving 5 minutes off the boarding process. 3. The gate lice phenomenon. Few things symbolize the chaos of modern air travel better than the so-called gate lice. These are the passengers who crowd around the boarding area long before their group is called, anxiously hovering in an attempt to secure overhead bin space. Why the desperation? Because no one wants to be the unlucky traveler whose carry-on is banished from the cabin. The gate lice phenomenon didn't happen by accident. Airlines fostered this breed of boarding chaos by creating a Hunger Games scenario for overhead bin space. The fewer perks they offer, the more passengers are forced into a frantic race to claim what little space remains. Being one of the first people on board increases your odds of finding room for your notoriously overpacked carry-on. But the result is pure mayhem. Picture this: you arrive at your gate, ready for a calm boarding process. Instead, you're met with a sea of people who refuse to sit down, even though their assigned group isn't called for another 20 minutes. They loom near the boarding lanes, jockeying for position like it's a free-for-all. The whole spectacle is awkward, stressful, and rife with tension. No one enjoys it, but everyone participates, knowing that not securing bin space means surging towards the nightmare of the gate check scenario. For those who don't rush the gate or who happen to be at the back of a boarding group, the situation feels unfair and demoralizing. Airlines profit from ticket upgrades that promise early boarding or access to priority bin space. But what they fail to admit is this system pits passengers against each other. It's a zero-sum game where if one traveler wins, someone else loses. Meanwhile, airline staff only toss gas on the fire. Announcements are cryptic or non-existent, leaving passengers unsure when to approach the gate or how much bin space is even left. This lack of transparency leads to mistrust and makes the feeding frenzy around the gate even worse. 2. The smarter alternative personal items. Think travel is expensive or chaotic because you're going carry-on only? You're doing it wrong. Airlines may have turned carry-ons into a money pit and overhead storage into a battlefield, but there's a smarter, simpler, and stress-free option. Here's how opting for only a personal item can save you from hidden fees, unnecessary stress, and the chaotic boarding frenzy. Plus, we'll show you how to pack smarter instead of heavier to get the most out of your travel experience. Benefits of using a personal item only. 1. No surprise fees. Ever noticed that airlines never seem to advertise how much a carry-on costs when you book a flight? That's intentional. They'll lure you in with a dirt-cheap ticket price and smack you with fees once you're locked in. A $40 0-cents ticket quickly balloons to $150 0 when you factor in optional extras like carry-on luggage. Here's the loophole airlines won't tell you about. Virtually all of them allow you to bring one personal item for free. That's right, no hidden charges, no sneaky upcharges. A backpack, tote, or small duffel that fits under the seat in front of you is your golden ticket to keeping money in your pocket. Skip the overhead bin roulette and save yourself a fortune. With a well-chosen personal item, you'll bypass inflated baggage fees without risking extra costs at check-in or the gate. 2. Maintained control. You know what's worse than paying $65 0 to carry your bag onto the plane? Watching it get confiscated at the gate because there's no room. Gate checking isn't just insulting, it's a logistical nightmare. Once your bag is loaded into the cargo hold, you no longer have access to it. And that's when the problems start. Medications? Stuck in the hold. Expensive electronics? Now rattling around with suitcases full of sunscreen and wine bottles. Want to freshen up during a layover? Good luck with that, but when you travel with only a personal item, none of this happens. Everything you need stays with you, within arm's reach, no matter how full the flight is or how chaotic boarding becomes. That means no surprise gate checking, no sleepless nights worrying about lost luggage, and zero anxiety over fragile items being damaged. When you travel light, you stay in control. 3. Stress-free boarding. Overhead bin space is the ultimate travel commodity, turning one simple boarding processes into martial law. Passengers who would otherwise be calm adults devolve into gate lice, competing ruthlessly in an unspoken race to cram their bags into the few remaining slots. Now picture this. Boarding starts. You're not panicking, rushing, or hovering awkwardly at the gate like your ticket class depends on survival. Wait calmly, walk on board last, and slide your personal item under the seat. Done. No hovering, no stress, no drama. With a personal item, there's never a question of whether you'll have space because the rules of the game work for you, not against you. Boarding late becomes an advantage instead of a curse. You spend less time hurting with crowds and more time enjoying the things that actually matter, like your sanity. 2. Packing light and smart. Yes, you can fit more in a personal item. Think a small bag can't hold everything you need? Think again. The truth is, most people pack with way too many just-in-case items, bloating their luggage with things they won't actually use. With the right strategy, your personal item can carry more than enough for short trips and even some longer ones. Start with a bag built for efficiency, like a slim backpack with compartments or a tote that maximizes every inch of space. Avoid soft, shapeless bags that turn into black holes of clutter. Choose something structured with zippers and pockets to keep your items organized and easy to access. The essentials you actually need. Packing light is all about prioritizing what you'll actually use. Here's how to distill your travel kit into the essentials without sacrificing comfort or convenience. Clothing. Stick to versatile pieces that can be mixed and matched. A couple of neutral tops, a pair of pants, and a lightweight sweater or jacket can cover most situations. Foldable fabrics like merino wool or wrinkle-resistant blends can save space and time. Toiletries. Think travel-sized everything. Quart-sized bag of essentials, toothbrush, deodorant, mini shampoo take up way less space than hauling full-sized products. Electronics. Only pack what's necessary. A compact laptop, charging cables, and headphones can easily fit without overloading your bag. Essentials. Medications, travel documents, and a reusable water bottle stay close and accessible, eliminating stress and headaches during your trip. Smarter packing techniques. Once you've narrowed down your essentials, make the most of your bag's space with smart packing techniques. Roll, don't fold. Rolled clothing takes up less space and wrinkles less than folded items. Use every inch. Fill your shoes or small compartments with socks, cords, or smaller items. Packing cubes. Even in a personal item, packing cubes can keep your belongings compact and organized. Layer strategically. Wear your bulkiest clothing during travel to free up space in your bag. Enhance your travel experience. The magic of traveling light isn't just about saving money or avoiding stress. It's the freedom it gives you. By packing lighter, you're more mobile. You can move faster through security, comfortably hop on public transportation, and avoid the dreaded baggage carousel altogether. When you aren't bogged down by too much stuff, you gain a sense of ease and simplicity that makes traveling feel enjoyable again. Forget wrestling with heavy carry-ons or battling gate agents over bin space. Traveling with only a personal item allows you to focus on your destination, not your baggage. Final thoughts. The myth of the carry-on as the ultimate travel hack has died, replaced by overpriced fees, chaos, and frustration. Airlines have pushed travelers to the brink, but you don't have to play their game. Traveling with only a personal item isn't just a smarter alternative, it's the ultimate form of travel rebellion. No fees, no lost control, no stress, just you, your essentials, and a simpler way to experience the world. Skip the carry-on, go personal, and take back control of your travels. 3. Additional travel hacks. Traveling should be simple, but thanks to the endless headaches airlines create, hidden fees, overcrowded cabins, and absurd restrictions, passengers have no choice but to get smart. While airlines focus on profit over passenger comfort, you can use these hacks to reclaim control over your experience. Forget the fluff. These practical travel tips are designed to solve common travel frustrations and make your trip smoother and less stressful. Here's how to find actual comfort on a plane. Keep your laptop safe and avoid delays at TSA checkpoints without jumping through hoops. Legroom trick. If you've flown economy class, you know legroom isn't a perk, it's a joke. Airlines cram as many people into their planes as possible, reducing seat space to laughable dimensions. Add a carry-on or personal item stuffed under the seat in front of you, and suddenly you're in a position that feels more like a punishment than travel. That's where this legroom hack comes in. Slide back, not out. Once takeoff is complete and the seatbelt sign is off, here's your move. Slide your personal item backward just behind your calves. No, it's not illegal or against the rules. Airlines design the space under the seat for storage, but once you're airborne, there's no reason to limit yourself to its front edge. Shifting your bag back gives you precious inches, enough to stretch your legs a bit more. It's a minor adjustment with a significant impact, especially on long-haul flights where cramped seating starts to feel torturous. Don't worry about blocking aisles or disturbing other passengers. This adjustment stays within your personal space. Why it works. This trick is ideal because it doesn't involve reclining your seat and stealing space from the passenger behind you. It's a win-win. You get more comfort without making enemies on board. While there's no way to turn economy into first class, this small change can make your flight a bit more bearable. Protecting your laptop. Your laptop is likely one of the most valuable and fragile items you travel with. Throw in the chaos of air travel, and it's no wonder laptops are frequently cracked, bent, or otherwise destroyed in transit. But here's the unfiltered truth. Most damage happens because people store them in the wrong place. Avoid the seatback pocket. Seatback pockets may seem like a convenient spot to stash your laptop during the flight. The second the passenger in front of you reclines their seat, the contents of that pocket are squished. It may not seem like much, but that small amount of force is enough to crack a screen or damage internal components. And here's another harsh reality. Seatback pockets are gross. Those pockets aren't cleaned as often as you'd hope. They're the dumping ground for everything from used tissues to chewed gum. Do you really want to risk your laptop sitting there, picking up germs and grime? Use a padded sleeve inside your personal item. The better option? Invest in a padded laptop sleeve and keep your device inside your personal item always. This protects your laptop from the usual bumps and drops that come with travel and ensures it's safe from unintentional damage. Place your sleeve in a small, easy-to-access compartment within your bag. If you need to take it out for work or entertainment during the flight, make sure to return it directly to the sleeve when you're done. This keeps your laptop secure and minimizes the risk of it being misplaced or damaged. TSA packing tips. TSA checkpoints are a necessary evil for any air traveler. Long lines, invasive checks, and ridiculous delays are bad enough. But having your bag flagged and unpacked in front of everyone because you didn't follow the rules? That's just the cherry on top of this misery sundae. The solution? Know the rules and pack like an expert. Liquids and gels. TSA's 311 rule for liquids isn't new, but you'd be surprised how many people still manage to mess it up. Here's a reminder: 4 ounces per container is your limit. 1 quart-sized clear plastic bag is allowed per passenger. It must be resealable. Only 1 bag per traveler is permitted, and you'll need to remove it from your personal item during screening. If you're bringing toiletries like shampoo or lotion, transfer them into travel-sized bottles well before your trip. No one wants to deal with a TSA officer confiscating their $50 0-cents moisturizer in the middle of the line. Sharp objects. This one feels obvious, but some people still try to sneak through scissors, knives, and other sharp items under the excuse of, "I forgot." TSA doesn't care about your excuses. Pack that stuff in your checked bag or leave it at home altogether. Loose razor blades? Major no. If you absolutely need grooming tools, opt for TSA-approved safety razors instead. Power banks and lithium batteries. Lithium batteries and power banks can't go into your checked luggage. It's not just a safety precaution. It's a rule you can't finesse your way around. To avoid delays, ensure your power banks meet airline size limits, generally under 100 watt-hours. Anything larger will not only land you in trouble with TSA, but could also get you booted off the flight. Avoid prohibited items altogether. Every airport website updates its prohibited items list regularly. A quick review before packing can save you from unnecessary drama. Don't assume you know what's allowed. Castles of confiscated items at TSA security bins prove plenty of people get it wrong. Example items that might surprise you: large snow globes, strike anywhere matches, and some sports equipment. Yes, even baseball bats. Plan smarter, travel easier. At the end of the day, the frustration of modern air travel doesn't have to define your trip. Basic hacks like reallocating space for legroom, properly storing valuables like your laptop, and mastering TSA packing rules can make the difference between a tolerable flight and a nightmare one. Travel smarter, not harder. These hacks aren't just about beating the system, they're about protecting your time, comfort, and sanity. While airlines and travel chaos may add unnecessary obstacles, you have more control than you think. Use it wisely, and your travel experience might actually start feeling like a trip worth taking.